Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the UCF Knights, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the UCF Knights offense will get the first possession of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And the visitors have nothing doing as they are greeted rudely on the opening play of the game. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got a man. It's Richardson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The give to the tailback. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Grab near the marker, it's Richardson. Touchdown, Knights! And they score first.
I love the aggressive nature and the play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Washington State Cougars offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
It might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds his big tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll bring it back. It's Richardson. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great...
He's off to the races. Big gain. Steps out of bounds with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Snagged in the middle. It's Richardson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Knights looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Using the quick game. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. A new set of downs after the completion.
Here we go.
Running back searching for a hole. Give him 6 on the play. They'll mark it at the 9.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They go to the ground. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UCF!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Stanford overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Palo Alto, this Cardinal team has to be thrilled with this result. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Dropping back, it's Mateer. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
In these situations, 3rd and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushes loose. Go get that QB.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He's going to pass on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got an open man. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. The sure hands, it's Richardson.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Knights are threatening in the red zone. Dialing up a second down pass play. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
They get to him as he throws. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're...
He's loose. He's at the 40. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And I know in talking to their offensive coordinator this week, he talked about getting this guy lathered up and going. They know that once he's got some momentum, he's really hard to stop. One of the top 10 rushers right now in the entire country, and they're trying to get him going early in this game.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Oh, look. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Washington State. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He's looking for a man on second down. Wide open downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, going to the air. Fires to the wideout. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
He now has 85 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. To the air, it's Mateer. Unloads it downfield. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think the defense had a pretty good idea they were running the football. How about that? Bringing the pressure, getting in the backfield, almost getting the safety.
I thought from watching up here in the booth, real time, that looked like a safety, but I guess he got just the nose of the football out in the field of play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Get set, get set.
The give to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard.
What a... play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football. But on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best player's got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Velasquez. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Skips away from pressure. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Touchdown, UCF! What a great... the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Here we go. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. He lobs one high down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Okay. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hernandez. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. He'll keep it himself. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. On the option. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the handoff. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Going for it all. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Ooh, the defense so lucky that was not a touchdown. The offense saw an opportunity to take a chance and take a shot. They executed that play beautifully.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Knights!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Washington State will have to boot it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's going to run it, and he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Buys a little extra time. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Fires to the middle. He's got him, and they convert. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying?
Touchdown, UCF! And the beatdown has ensued.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. They move the tight end all over. They'll give it to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. It's a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Looking for a block. It's Richardson. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? 1st down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Got it. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Ready? 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Knights will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play, Dick.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they're going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense.
Touchdown, Knights! And the pummeling has started. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, UCF! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
What a break. I tell you what, the returner caught a huge break. That football getting on the deck with all that speed on the field where he was able to go recover it.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
The Knights get enough to move the chains.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10.
3:25.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Offense set on 1st down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job.
Looking deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Knights! And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Points, points, and more points. This offense. Their way, they just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Ohio State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. To the air, it's Mateer. Getting some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were down.
He lofts one down the sideline. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out. Oh, look out! They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Grabbed over the middle. It's Richardson. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Jumped on top of the pile. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week.
Touchdown, UCF! And the stomping has commenced. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Dropping back, it's Mateer. He's got his man across the middle. Open runway ahead. The 20. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party gift. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And the returner will be brought down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's caught inside the 25. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. This is what an elite team does.